Every year, the 15 islands which make up the Cook Islands state see around 130,000 tourists visit their atolls and lagoons. Many islanders work in the tourist sector, which accounts for over 90% of the island's economy. But this success has led to the islands becoming heavily import dependent, and most of the nation's food arrives in weekly flights and on boats. Natoko Natoko is Director of Biosecurity Services in the Cook Islands Ministry of Agriculture.
We import 70% of our agricultural produce, that's including fresh produce and also meat products, beef, chicken. And basically we look at the certification compliance requirements of entry of imports, which gives us protection for the consumers and as well our community at large.
Now, in a bid to further protect their citizens and to protect their tourist industry, the Cook Island government is consulting the FAO and WHO Codex Alimentarius' set of international food standards, guidelines and codes of practice in order to align those standards with their own food laws. The Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture, Purea, is the chair of the Cook Islands Codex Group.
The Codex Group in the Cook Islands consists of three main government agencies, which is, first of all, is the Ministry of Health, that looks at cooked food and things like that, and the standard cleanliness and trustworthy type of vendors that make sure that got all the requirements of the gloves and cover for the hair and all that. And then the Agriculture Department that work with growers from the field all the way to the table or to the market on the issues of pesticide, fertilizer application. Approach system looking at the whole scope of management so that it meets the requirement and the quality of the produce that you sell at the market. And the third agency is the fishery or the marine resources.
Here in the Cook Islands we do have a large fishery, and that fishery of course offers an opportunity to export and to develop economy. So we're very interested in establishing baseline standards for the export of that product. At this stage we have elements of Codex already incorporated into our exports. We are compliant, for example, in the HACCP scheme. We're focusing at this stage mainly on getting our ability to test the product to be safe to eat.
While improving export capacity, aligning to international standards such as the Codex Alimentarius also has the potential to improve the domestic market here.
Look out for this logo. Go Local, produce of the Cook Islands.
The Go Local campaign started 3 years ago. I've talked to the retailers and they're very supportive of it. The hotels want to buy local. The challenge is to provide enough and produce enough.
As well as providing regular quantities of good quality locally produced food, local farmers and traders must ensure that their produce is safe for consumption. An example of raised standards is this locally grown capiscum, selling in the supermarket for $9.90 New Zealand dollars per kilo. It's fresh and of comparable quality to the New Zealand import, which is selling for $31.30 New Zealand dollars per kilo, over 3 times more expensive.
We're also working hard for import substitution by producing our own good quality, application of Codex in terms of safety and also international standard of the quality of the produce that we put to the market. So we can compete, become competitive with the New Zealand produce or Australian produce.
Whether on the domestic or international market, the benefits of aligning standards to the Codex Alimentarius seem apparent.
Codex is important for international trade because trading partners then have confidence in each other's products.
In particular, we see Codex as being the global standard which allows us to move onwards to meet the needs of other specific markets, such as the European Union.
The work of the Codex Group in the Cook Islands is key to driving their economy forward and to keep their consumers safe.
I think the Codex has been a very important, we're just happy that it's there and it's free. And yeah, so I think no, it's very important for a country like us who really don't have the capacity or are limited in what we can actually develop.